Manipulation is a form of control. It is a way to get what you want from others, often without them realizing it. Manipulators are skilled at twisting words and situations. They use your emotions against you. Their goal is to gain power and control. Honest persuasion is different. It respects your right to say no. Persuasion uses logic and facts. It is transparent and open. It seeks to convince, not to control. Manipulation is dangerous. It erodes trust and destroys relationships. It leaves victims feeling confused and hurt. It's essential to recognize manipulation and protect yourself from its harmful effects. History is filled with master manipulators. These individuals use their cunning to gain power and influence. One such figure is Grigory Rasputin, the infamous mad monk of Russia. Rasputin gained the trust of the Tsar and Tsarina by claiming to have healing powers. He exploited their desperation to save their hemophiliac son. Rasputin used his influence for personal gain. He amassed wealth and political power. Rasputin's story teaches a valuable lesson. Manipulators often target vulnerable individuals. They prey on fear, desperation, and insecurity. By understanding the tactics of manipulation, we can better protect ourselves from becoming victims. Manipulators use a variety of tactics to control and exploit their victims. These tactics are often subtle and insidious, making them difficult to detect. They can be difficult to recognize, especially for those who are unaware of the signs. Manipulators often disguise their true intentions behind a facade of concern or affection. One common tactic is gaslighting. This involves distorting or denying reality to make the victim doubt their own perceptions and sanity. Gaslighting can be incredibly damaging, as it erodes the victim's confidence in their own judgment. Manipulators use gaslighting to make their victims doubt their sanity. They may deny events or twist the truth, making the victim question their own memory and perception. Another tactic is love bombing. This involves showering the victim with excessive attention and affection to create a sense of dependency. Love bombing can make it harder for the victim to leave the relationship, as they become reliant on the manipulator for emotional support. Guilt tripping is another common tactic. Manipulators make the victim feel responsible for their emotions, using guilt to control their behavior. They may threaten to harm themselves or others, creating a sense of fear and anxiety in the victim. Subtle intimidation is another tactic. Manipulators use threats and aggression to control their victims, often making veiled threats or engaging in passive-aggressive behavior. Recognizing these tactics is the first step in breaking free from a manipulative relationship. Awareness and education are key to empowering victims to reclaim their autonomy. By understanding these tactics, victims can begin to see through the manipulator's facade and take steps to protect themselves. It's important to seek support from trusted friends, family, or professionals who can provide guidance and assistance. Remember, no one deserves to be manipulated or controlled. Everyone has the right to live free from fear and coercion. If you or someone you know is experiencing manipulation, reach out for help. There are resources available to support you. Together, we can work towards a world where everyone is treated with respect and dignity. Let's stand against manipulation and support those who need our help. The Dark Triad is a group of 3 personality traits. These traits are often found in manipulative individuals. They are Machiavellianism, narcissism, and psychopathy. Machiavellianism is characterized by cunning and manipulation. Machiavellians are skilled at getting what they want. They often use deception and exploitation. Narcissists have an inflated sense of self-importance. They crave admiration and attention. Narcissists often exploit others to meet their own needs. Psychopaths lack empathy and remorse. They engage in impulsive and often criminal behavior. Psychopaths are often charming and manipulative. They use these traits to gain the trust of others. Section 5. Why we fall prey, vulnerability, and manipulation. You know, we are all vulnerable to manipulation to some degree. It's a universal human experience, affecting everyone at some point in their lives. Certain factors can make us more susceptible. These factors can vary widely from person to person, but they often share common themes. These include low self-esteem, a need for approval, and a history of trauma. Each of these elements can deeply impact our mental and emotional state. People with low self-esteem may doubt their own judgment. This self-doubt can make them second-guess their instincts and decisions. They may be more likely to believe a manipulator's lies. The manipulator's confidence can seem convincing to someone who lacks self-assurance. They may seek validation from the manipulator. This need for external approval can drive them to accept falsehoods just to feel valued. Those with a need for approval may be easily flattered. Compliments and praise can be powerful tools for manipulators. They may go to great lengths to please the manipulator. This can include doing things they wouldn't normally do just to gain favor. They may fear rejection or disapproval. This fear can be a powerful motivator, pushing them to comply with the manipulator's demands. Past trauma can make us vulnerable to emotional manipulation. Traumatic experiences can leave deep scars that affect our behavior and choices. We may be drawn to those who remind us of our abusers. This unconscious attraction can lead us into harmful relationships. We may be more likely to tolerate unhealthy behavior. Recognizing these patterns is the first step towards breaking free from manipulation. Section 6. Manipulation in everyday life. The silent threat. Manipulation is a silent threat that often goes unnoticed in our daily interactions. Manipulation is not always obvious. It can be subtle and insidious, creeping into our lives without us even realizing it. It can occur in any relationship, including romantic relationships, friendships, and family dynamics. No relationship is immune to the potential for manipulation. Passive-aggressive behavior is a common form of manipulation. This behavior can be particularly damaging because it is often dismissed as minor or unimportant. It involves expressing negative feelings indirectly. Instead of addressing issues head-on, manipulators use sarcasm, sulking, and other indirect methods to convey their displeasure. This can include sarcasm, sulking, and the silent treatment. These tactics can leave the victim feeling confused and unsure of what they did wrong. Flattery as bargaining is another tactic. Manipulators often use compliments to disarm their targets and gain their trust. Manipulators use compliments to get what they want. They may shower you with praise to lower your defenses and make you more susceptible to their influence. They may shower you with praise one minute and criticize you the next. This creates a roller coaster of emotions, making it difficult to maintain a stable sense of self. Erosion of confidence happens gradually. Over time, the constant manipulation wears down your self-esteem. Manipulators chip away at your self-esteem. They make you question your worth and abilities, leaving you feeling inadequate. They make you doubt your abilities and your worth. This constant undermining can lead to a significant decline in your mental health. These seemingly minor manipulations can have a significant impact over time. Each small act of manipulation adds up, creating a heavy burden on the victim. They can damage your self-esteem and erode your sense of self. The cumulative effect of these manipulations can leave you feeling broken and lost. Section 7. The emotional toll scars of manipulation. The emotional toll of manipulation can be devastating. Victims may experience a range of emotions, including anxiety, depression, and PTSD. Anxiety is a common response to manipulation. Victims may feel constantly on edge. They may worry about saying or doing the wrong thing. Depression can set in when victims feel hopeless and helpless. They may lose interest in activities they once enjoyed. They may withdraw from loved ones. Self-doubt is a hallmark of manipulation. Victims may question their own judgment and sanity. They may blame themselves for the abuse. PTSD can develop after prolonged or severe manipulation. Victims may experience flashbacks, nightmares, and emotional numbness. Section 8. Breaking free, recognizing and resisting manipulation. Breaking free from manipulation requires awareness, self-care, and strong boundaries. The first step is to recognize that you are being manipulated. Pay attention to your feelings. Do you feel drained or anxious after spending time with this person? Do you feel like you are always walking on eggshells? Set clear boundaries and enforce them consistently. Let the manipulator know that you will not tolerate certain behaviors. Seek support from trusted friends, family members, or a therapist. Talking about your experience can help you process your emotions and develop coping mechanisms. Remember that you are not to blame for the manipulator's behavior. You deserve to be treated with respect and dignity. Section 9. A call to action. Building a world free from manipulation. Manipulation thrives in silence. By speaking out about our experiences, we can raise awareness and help others recognize the signs. Educate yourself about the tactics of manipulation. Share this knowledge with others. Empower yourself and those around you to identify and resist manipulation. Foster open communication and healthy relationships. Create an environment where people feel safe to express their needs and boundaries. Let us work together to build a world where manipulation is not tolerated. A world where everyone feels safe, respected, and empowered.